G'day to everyone out there. Here's another 21 Pilots drum lesson. This time it's for choker. There's a couple of great grooves in this song, and the first one that we're going to start with is under a bit of a filter, so it's a little bit hard to make out, but it sounds a little something like this. So those hi-hats are a little bit tricky. Getting that sizzle in there might take some practice. And then just the fact that the beat is quite fast, that's going to take a bit of practice as well. Just remember, start slowly, get your hands wrapped around it, get your head wrapped around it, and then eventually you'll be able to speed it up. After that little section, there's a breakdown with no drums, and then when the drums come back in, there's an even cooler groove, and it sounds like this. I did notice in the film clip that Josh has his floor tom set up over on the left-hand side, so you could do that if you want, but the way that I've worked around that is by playing the hi-hats with the left hand. That way you stay nice and open and you can still play the floor tom over on the right hand. I'll play it up to speed. So once again, it's just the tempo of the song that's going to make that one a bit of a headache, but just practice slowly. Doesn't matter how long it takes. Eventually you'll get it going and it will sound fantastic. There's one little fill and it sounds like this. And then in the next section, when the lyrics come in, there's not quite as many kick drums. Sounds like this. There's another little fill in there, just a drop from the snare drum onto the floor tom. Then we go back into that same beat, but with the busier kick drums again. And then right at the end, there's one more fill, mostly on the kick drum. From there, we're into a nice, washy, open chorus, just playing crash cymbals and kick drums on beat one. There's one extra little kick drum in there, but I'll play it for you. It's super easy. Throw a nice little roll in there on the crash cymbal, and then we're into the next section, which has no drums. We wait around for a little while, and then there's a fill coming back into the groove. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. The whole last part of the song is a halftime shuffle. Let me play through 4 bars. Here's the next 4 bars and they have a fill at the end. I can hear a slight variation on that fill as well, and it sounds like this. Then the spoken word rap comes in, and it's mostly just a 2-bar loop, but you can add some extra ghost notes or leave some out if you want. It's totally up to you. This is what I came up with. Throughout this whole section, sometimes you can hear the fill that we used at the start of the halftime shuffle section overlaid over the groove. At the very end of the song, we're going to definitely play that fill just to finish up on the drums, and this is what it will sound like. So I'm pretty sure that fill does swing, whereas we played it straight when we first came into that section. Just one little thing to keep an eye out for. Overall, that is the end of Choker by 21 Pilots. Like I said, some tricky grooves. They're going to take some practice, but once you get them up and running, they're so fun to play, and it'll be a great party trick that you can show your mates. Have fun, happy practicing, and I'll see you at the next lesson.